Question: how many major banks are there participating in the exchange? I don't know that yet. But I believe that every major bank will be involved. After the electronic platform stopped answering questions from Iraqi circles about the new dollar mechanism, Deputy the Governor of the Central Bank, Ammar Khalaf, said yesterday that the mechanism of work on the electronic platform related to foreign transfers has stopped working, but financing foreign trade continues through correspondent banks according to different mechanisms that are parallel to what is in effect in countries around the world. They're implementing their banking reforms. You have no idea how close you are to this rate change? This is Iraq implementing their banking reform right in front of us. The electronic platform for selling dollars has been suspended. That means the currency auctions have ended. That's a critical piece to this. That's the banking reform getting implemented. That's Iraq preparing to revalue their currency. That makes this month of January extremely critical regarding our investment and the revaluation of Iraq's currency. We were supposed to get notified day after New Year's. Well, we had a couple things that happened behind scenes, and now everything is moving forward at the regular pace. Iraq doesn't have coins today. They haven't had them for 20-something years. Now all of a sudden they have a commemorative, tourist, coin, and they talk about currency, a special stamp. It's a special occasion. Television again says Iraq has ended the dollar auctions, but we knew this yesterday, but I guess it's important. Frank, every day until the 7th EMO is going to be very exciting with a lot of information. Vietnam is set for some big-time growth. It's all thanks to a cool strategy shift. They're moving away from relying only on selling stuff to other countries and focusing more on what's happening within their own borders. Vietnam's future is looking bright. People ask me, Fanu, is the currency window in Iraq closed or not? Some people are claiming it is not closed. I answered, yes, the Central Bank of Iraq has ceased the dollar auctions. According to Ammar Khalaf, the Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, the dollar auction system, officially known as the foreign currency sale window, and electronic platform, will be permanently shut down by the end of 2024. Khalaf confirmed that the decision is final and that the vast majority of traders have already adapted to the new system, which no longer provides direct dollar access from the central bank. So wonder no more. My best contact, who I trust due to the position he holds in Iraq, says De-Dollarization is under full steam and they expect a new rate within a week or so. Question: I thought the CBI used the electronic transfer system to send USD abroad for the daily currency auctions. Yesterday's news stated they stopped the electronic transfer system. How could they have officially stopped it yesterday, when they sold $283 million abroad in today's auction? That is not a foreign currency auction. It is a report on the new system. Foreign exchange window results: they had a currency auction today. Total sales, abroad, $283 million, 7 banks participated, nothing has changed, the central bank is still having currency auctions. Television is now showing comprehensive approach on how to trade the Iraqi dinar on Forex. They got some guy going over documents, page after page, on how as Iraqi citizens can invest in Forex. Frank, this gentleman is teaching you Iraqi citizens how to invest in the Iraqi stock market because you are soon to have purchasing power to do so. They have never taught you this before because you didn't have the purchasing power to do so. Iraq has done what they said they were going to do all along. The central bank implemented a new electronic system so that the central bank would be out of the dollar auction. They now use the correspondent banks to facilitate internal and external trade. The central bank will no longer deal with retail. We can see January 2nd, there's not transfer abroad. Months ago, I said this was not gonna happen until after Trump sworn in. Marks. I am not hearing that from Iraqi contacts. They believe things will be in place before Trump. There is one, however, who thinks they are holding the trigger until after the congressional confirmation on January 6. That contact is plugged in with the US Embassy. Starting to implement a secure global system for automating customs operations. In this article they are telling us the system will start on Jan 1, 2025. How could this be without the IQD on Forex for a reference rate? I believe that this a secure system will not yet be online since the IQD is not yet on Forex. It will need the IQD on Forex to properly conduct the customs collection service through a secure. My analytical thinking mind tells me something was held up again. It sounds too fishy to have multiple events being targeted around the same period, beginning of January 2025, and all of them relying on the IQD getting to Forex. Do you see it too? Come on folks, this is exciting, not a disappointment. The economic advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, announced that the current Iraqi government seeks to strengthen sustainable economic partnerships with major countries. Saleh told Euphrates News, Iraq has left behind the legacy of isolation and regional and international conflicts since 2003, and our country is currently experiencing a very high level of stability with the international economic community and building economic relations that achieve common interests, led by openness to an international strategic investment environment based on the path of development, which is led by central infrastructure in improving transportation, energy and port networks. He added, in addition to establishing free industrial and economic zones to attract real foreign direct investment with high added value. Saleh continued, also, continuing the strength of traditional trade tributaries, especially in crude oil trade and traditional trade, will remain important factors in building our country's interests with the world, by dealing with Iraq's international partners, led by major friendly countries, namely India, Turkey, China, Korea, the United States, Japan, and sister and friendly countries such as the Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Iran and the rest of the neighboring countries. The head of the National State Forces Alliance, Mr. Ammar al-Hakim, stressed during his speech at the mass gathering in Najaf on the anniversary of the martyrdom of the martyr of the Mihrab, Grand Ayatollah Syed Muhammad Baqir al-Hakim, may his secret be sanctified, that fighting corruption, establishing security, and building a balanced economy are our gateway to building a strong state, while calling for striving through Iraq to establish long-term economic ties and common interests that our peoples and the peoples of our Arab and Islamic region enjoy. Mr. Ammar al-Hakim also stressed the importance of focusing on reconstruction projects, economic development,